Zanskar, a magical Buddhist kingdom unchanged for 1,000 years. 30 years ago, I walked with a friend, Brian Whittier, for 7 days in sub-zero temperatures up the frozen Zanskar River to reach Puktal, an ancient Buddhist monastery built into the side of a cliff 4,000 meters high in the middle of the Himalayas. It's one of the most inaccessible settlements on Earth, and only a few hundred outsiders visit each year. But all this is about to change. The first ever road into the valley is nearing completion. 30 years on, and we've returned to try to find the people we met in 1986 and to discover what they think about the changes coming to their way of life. Located in the spectacular Himalayas of northern India, the regions of Zanskar and Ladakh comprise an area roughly twice the size of Switzerland. Ringed by 6,000-meter peaks, access to the Zanskar Valley is extremely difficult. For 6 to 8 months of the year, it is completely cut off from the outside world. Buddhist monasteries were established in this isolated valley beginning in the 7th century, and it is one of the highest and coldest inhabited places on Earth. It is also one of the most remote, and the Tibetan way of life and culture has remained little changed for over 1,000 years. We wanted to return to the monastery and share the pictures of the monks we had from 30 years ago. We wanted to see if they were still there and what they think of the new road. Losum chu nyalna na pukta la lip gunla. So Brian and I were always into photography. We had a darkroom at school, and we used to love to take pictures and print them. As part of living with these families and in the monasteries, we would just take pictures. So yes, we wanted to come back after 30 years.
Yeah. Welcome to.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Zanskar's extreme isolation has spared it the impact of mass tourism, but construction of the first road through the valley is nearing completion. It will open the region to year-round access and transform it forever. Puktal Monastery is revered throughout Tibet. Almost every important figure in Tibetan Buddhism is believed to have visited the monastery through the centuries.
얼마나 어디 잡아 그라 이거 같이 있잖아. 보이는 이 고배나 제 자롱 분송 파파 들더니 이게 딱 뽑았답지. 뭔가리 대 바바 뒤에 따바 어때 가롱 숨수 이루도 어때 유고 봐 이런 거만 대전이 자샘 이보지 되고 뭐지 대전이 어때 자샘을 해봐 어때 자샘 이루도 대전이 그게 저기 가롱 숨이 유고잖아 자샘라 다 마시는 둘다가 정말 소 단연한 인제 대 가롱 숨 풀숨도 봐
It's awesome, right? The river that flows down from Zanskar freezes over in the winter for about 2 months. The Zanskaris call the frozen river the Chadar, which means blanket, in that it is blanketed by this sheet of ice. For over 1,000 years, this ice road has been used as a trade route between Zanskar and Ladakh in the valley below. The trip takes 5 to 7 days, and knowledge of the safest route is handed down from generation to generation. The Zanskaris trade in Ladakh and then walk back up before the river ice melts. When that happens, Zanskar is cut off until the mountain trails become clear of snow in the height of summer. So, I'm really nervous today. We're going to try to find this family that we lived with. We met this couple walking up the river that had been down in Ladakh trading for things, and we're coming back home. And we followed them to their home and lived with them, I guess like a week, maybe 2 weeks, just being a part of their life. And it was a really unique feeling. I've brought my photos of Tsering and his family from 30 years ago, and I'm going to try to find him. Yeah. So over there? Yes, Tsering. Oh yeah, they recognized every one of them. The kids, he said the kids are like all over. Losum Chunyangnak. Remember? Yeah?
제가 묵세. 자단이.
Shut up, sister. Look. 차를.
이거니.
Yeah.
바이바이. 슬립.
Oh, it's you.
하는데.
You slept? Yes. He's saying like, have I aged?
Yes, I think we both have.
Yeah.
But he still recognized you when you walked up from the field. It still looked like you. Yeah. It was very special, that first trip. We had to completely rely on their kindness. They took us in and housed us and fed us and asked for nothing in return.
That's what I remember is little like that's the kitchen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So they added one more floor.
It was a beautiful, simple time.
Better get some lights on
I know once the road is complete that the fate of Zanskar will be the same as any of the other wild places on Earth that have been transformed by modernization. But I can't help but wish that there was a way to preserve the beauty and warmth of this place.
보보 씨막 디자인이나.
뭐 봐.
맞아. 보보
1, 2, 3.
어, 가만
That's me.
겁이나.
So his
물은 주로 큰 거 알고 있으면 잡지. 진짜.
가살로네.
This is my son.
들어가니 좋은 거서 자가니 나다 주더라. 저 아마나 입전 그냥 조조조냥 년이라 년도 보여고는 건 빨리 계신데. 이 돌아서면 제 양주민족 제 양주민족. 두분 돌아 제일 앞근 민족 제 짓을래. 기타 향스는데 봐. 얼마만에 제일 앞죠. 조조조는 쳤어. 랍만아 라가 랍노. 그래서 제일 앞가면 내가 기타를 봐봤어. 제일은 거요. 대하 제설 받아 좀난 처음에 괜찮잖아. 네가 제가 잘도 제자만도 사나 불좀 잡아. 제남라마 유대나 신도 암저 장조 저버저버 대다니다 돈두신 주버민 심전 돈두시 바마이 소도디 바메 가자 돈두신 주버민 기루 외치로 대제 제자나람
Being back at Puktal Monastery, it still had the same magic and mystery as 30 years before. But I know that it is on the cusp of dramatic and irreversible change.
어떻게 지가 손해라야. 대한 다 다사당 아들 lum바데 거디 람메 뜰베 덴데 주셜데 민두 이나 남바산지 추조야단 대야단 라비안데 우데요레 이나 다 이니 마음 바용지 전 두고자마 때지지다 주셜성사 인사레 가리제나 단당들인 베 lum바강가 미스마 할랑 힐링 마보지 베질런 로야 마데 람거디 덴데 천성 장관 생이 마보 용도 와
Zanskar's new road is now within a few kilometers of the monastery.
Englishina zatugu maro. Ya Hindi tende tanganyona zatugu mino. Mazo yeganji na ro na se. Mazo yiwa pulin de sini lokta. Tende jin so. Dambo na da te mazo.
지 당들인 점블링 나나 거기 롭정 저가 봐. 사이즈에서 잉글리시에서 대수지양 매나양 남바 지형지기 처지지 시위에나양 그전라양 별마도나 된 거지 체현 말다 쓰시노
안기 내 된다기 지인다 고치사 내 야고 진다 네 마시요
ngaso gombe ngone younger generation la ane tanda nangchu ngoto cheya ti thola so ngaso ngoto cheya de ngaso gombe ngone ken kigyo te yaboji tonda de hako sona ane maobana mutyudi ane namchudi negri tingdus odela plaso.
We spent 3 weeks at the monastery back in 1986, and it was nearly March by the time we left. We had to head back down the river or risk being stuck in Zanskar. But so late in the season, there were no Zanskaris traveling down to Ladakh, so we had to find our own way on the frozen river. It was extremely difficult, as the ice was melting and breaking up. After 5 harrowing days, we stumbled into the village of Chilling, a place famous throughout the region for its metalworking. Dazed and confused, we were taken in by Punchuk Spalzang and his family. We wanted to try to find him again, but discovered that he had died some years earlier. But we did find his son.
They have to pay and feed, all these.
ngaji nge aba kertena puntok paldan chele mingba te bi sarcha sang da ji be te za duin pa samja ji ni no kas dua zoma la ke to te de zoma ji te ga ro aba ke de zoma la tep ta khas ba du le de khas pa yot pasana aba ke te nga hab te a yang thu sang hab te le thu darung abe thap ka ne thu pa mingo tungi chuksum ji pa le tungi chuksum bang na ta di ka na da sa killing korang na aba hab ka ne pa thu ni je le te on dar gat pa song de nga sa lo ma pa chen gan
Mimi so spazan kamba abaz bote kyong ya. Teni mimi Korea yartan ke teni nga thi dindik mimi achol ta. Zama la thi dindik. Te mimi ka teni palanga song min mimi ka zama la wala. Ngajar nana lamman metni yale. Jaba kuru kurte regare la ke bujina chuta jute regare chuta aleptin. Te sina
Despite the benefit the arrival of the new road has brought to Chilling, the craftsmen are apprehensive about the other changes it might bring.
Tadu stone sana cerca dukpan. Mari ati specie chona dina de zamal stone sana. Dia gipang mana stone metkan song. Dia ko hani jalak balak tamang jang tas. Met bella dak lama na yang ngatak mata ni la ga po sa so pa cha cha du kira di kut pas no masuk zero zertale zertale yang sapkani tu di yang da don ni tu yo ang me do na me na yang khong ka no se na ni aja sa hap cha no pa
cerca te on sa kwa yo se ji be che ko chu ma che tu sa ngaji tu mi sa je sa sama choro sama ma su la sop silte su si pa bi ba son tu son ba son chi du mi ba tar ga po re mi sa chat bat kan de ma du no ni la ma
me chỉ là solo min da le chỉ so de cha sa ma thu sa ni a ko ngai lan ma so ma cho sin ja pa a ko lan ma chỉ de ko la te ko na a se lan ma spere ta na de na lan ma de cho cha.
Thinking of the inevitable changes at hand, a Buddhist phrase comes to mind. You can't step in the same river twice. In other words, the world is constantly changing. It seemed that everyone we met voiced similar worries about the coming of the road.
They naning gari dan they leb chona yang, they leb na they jichano jana ko busy jurano. Jizana mimang boyongano. Then mimang boyong 현지 ni jidan ji tugo yongano. They 현지 de tabi ko 최저야 gibnana ko tabi식 ko toshar nos.
Hello.
yüzde tüysün güzellik olma. İnan. O samjong bosun samjong ba bene betan ni yong ba. Ngato jong ngato nyong sera. Ni si bene mem ni kan ju jam ga ko samjong yong. Sam talmo. 기재 길레빠 부달리 길레빠 쳇보라. 거기 나만의 두 사람은 주제지.
Walking around this landscape in Zanskar, I mean, you see the passage of time in everywhere you look, because the mountains themselves were so violently created, and you can see the forces that have eroded them and the uplift. And everywhere you look, you're reminded of the passage of time. And at night, seeing the stars, and as the stars move through the sky in a way that you can't see in developed parts of the world, you just feel time. The arrival of the new road preoccupies many of the people we met on our return to Zanskar. They're worried about their way of life, and it's hard not to feel that something valuable will indeed be lost.
Güzel, tatakta güzel, azıcık hanespesi tatakta güzel, gideri güzel olay. Güzel tatakta dedi güzel na hilin şendine var. Suyun. Hanes ola dalçası dukçaz mekan, laşı çona daleka miçöçesi. Dulu miçöçesi, beşi pa mekan jite pare, dulu beşaşaman. Abi o mi tiktan tiang mana pela talon yo, pare titu son de disi. Ra sembe yine, tuişi yine, kazuki ni, jinji hiyo. Sare ni sha, la la sare la tolo, rabe ni lima, ni limi ozire la momo ya la mo sire ni sha la rashi, sha la som sare ni sha rabo sare la to. Ramenili